Now for this project, we're going to do a silhouette kitty cat on a pumpkin. This is one of the carving pumpkins from Dollar Tree. One of the LED tea lights from Dollar Tree. Your X-Acto knife, a piece of foam core board, a pair of scissors, and a printout that is a wallet size of the kitty cat. And when I say wallet size, this needs to be 2 by 3. And we're going to cut that out. Now that we've got our kitty cat cut out, that silhouette area is going to be right there, which means we need to carve out an oval circle in our pumpkin. And I'm going to use this whole perimeter right here. So you got 4 knots right here. Here's your halfway point, your seam. And then we have these 2 knobs and these 2 knobs. So we need to come about here to cut this out to make it a silhouette. Now these pumpkins, these carving pumpkins from Dollar Tree, have a very thick wall. So you will need your razor knife. And in order to hit that just right, we probably need to use a marker or a pencil or something so that we make sure we gauge it correctly and have an idea of the area. So our kitty cat is going to go here in the area where these 2 knobs are, and we need it open just a little bit further. So I'm going to say halfway of this knob, and then halfway of this knob, in order to get that cut out. And those the exact area we're going to be cutting. So we want to leave this round up here, and I'm just roughly sketching. And then this wall down here is going to be kind of thick, so we can almost go sort of straight across right there. Make it as balanced as we can. Just follow that black line to cut out our pumpkin. Because this gets noisy with the styrofoam, I would generally do this off camera. Take that top out. It's just a toothpick there that holds it in. And you can start down one side if that makes you more comfortable. Okay, now we have our pumpkin cut out, and our silhouette of our kitty cat is going to go in about that area. So at this point, we have to decide if we're going to paint the inside of the pumpkin and attach our kitty cat. We need to attach our kitty cat to the foam core board and cut that piece out. And so the best way for this is to use a pencil to trace out the cat so that it can be easily cut with the X-Acto knife. Now I want to Mod Podge this kitty cat onto the foam core board that I cut out. But before I do that, I want to paint this black, simply because I don't want that to show up like a sore thumb. So it would be better to go ahead and paint those edges black, and then that way it's not going to show up so bad if we just do the edges. And that's only, it will not take but a moment to paint those edges. And if you have a black magic marker, that will probably work it just as well. But since I have paint available to me, I'm going to use the paint instead. Now there's no guarantee that you can always get that foam core board cut out just right and the details would show up very much so. And I do like the blackness of it, But the reason why I did it is it will shade the actual light enough, because if we do it with just the paper, then it's not gonna show up as well like a silhouette reflection and the light behind it. Foam core board is hard to get it cut just perfectly smooth on something this small. So to ensure that it has that look, I am taking the time to put the paper onto it. And then I will paint it black as well once I get it all situated on here. Now I'm going to paint the inside of the pumpkin the Waverly Chalk pumpkin color, so it will give the natural reflection of the pumpkin and stay in color contrast. And I'm only putting one coat inside of this pumpkin. It's not going to be necessary to put more than one coat. My inspiration, of course, is a real pumpkin, or at least a resin pumpkin that is actually a pumpkin color. So I did the inside of this one pumpkin, but I'm going to do the outside white, and if I don't like it, I can of course go back over it and paint it the pumpkin color. So let's see how this works out. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that this is going to look really pretty. Okay, so I have my pumpkin painted white. I've got my kitty cat sitting there where I want it, and my tea light, so I can put my tea light in there. But because there's a section right here, I can actually go in there and get my tea light and bring the point out right here beside the cat. So that's not going to be a worry. And that's about right. That's about where I want that kitty cat. So I'm going to glue that into place. And then that way the kitty cat will sit just like that. I gotta let that glue cool off. And then, like I said, I'll be able to put my tea light in by that means right there. Or you can go ahead and put it in there. It should hold up. So you can actually get that tea light in there, bring it around just like that, and then you'll be able to reach in there and cut it on, set it up. So, and it kind of sits there just fine on that styrofoam. I mean, you know, you'd have to really shake it to get it to move about. Okay, so we're making our stem out of one of the sticks, Dollar Tree. So I've just took my pliers, of course, and cut it, and I am putting that a little ways into the pumpkin. I don't want it to be shown. Glue on it to give it stability inside of my pumpkin. And I've just wrapped it in some burlap, so I'm going to put some glue here and make sure it stays put. Okay, I'm just robbing a few pieces from off of this pick that I got from Walmart. I stole some of the berries from off of it and the leaf, so I'm going to get some of that corn husk. These are the grape leaf picks from Dollar Tree. Okay guys, I've got the top decorated. I have the light on, and we have, let's say, $1.75 in our Dollar Tree carved pumpkin kitty cat silhouette with LED tea light. And this was inspired by Pinterest, and it is, oh, I love it. I absolutely love it, and I hope you guys will try this. If you enjoy these tutorials and these Dollar Tree projects and other ideas that are inspiring or have inspired me, give me a thumbs up. Now, if you're new to my channel and you enjoy DIYs, high-end decor using Dollar Tree items, or being frugal, or just being creative and being inspired, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you read the comments and suggestion boxes of all those who subscribe to this channel, because I learn from each and every one of them, and I know you will too. For your next inspiration in DIY, this is Elizabeth, over and out. Bye, guys.